that you couldn't possibly ignore any longer the advices and recommendations from an expert who has sacrificed over 25 years of his life studying women with the utmost rigor and the most severe discipline. And he eventually wrote his ultimate beauty guide for ladies. Who is this gentleman? An artillery officer born in 1741, also called the voluptuous mathematician, the labyrinth man, the cold genius, or even the devil. He was called the devil by a lady writer totally forgotten now, Madame de Genlis, who was a colleague of him actually, and who despised him. She was actually a bit scared of him with his scandalous reputation. He was tall, dressed with his big black cloak, and had an exquisitely sharp sense of humor. Passionate by literature, science, all excited by French grammar and spelling that he adores, this gentleman, who is a genius, is also the author of the most famous novel of the 18th century, Liaisons Dangereuses, published in 1782. And his name is Pierre-Ambroise François Choderlos de Laclos. Please don't mispronounce his name. It's not Choderlos or Choderlos, it's Choderlos de Laclos. And he usually signed de Laclos. You may wonder, was he Valmont in real life? Did he really know in person Madame de Merteuil? And what has she done to him? Was he really a libertine for 2 decades, a roué, as they said in the 18th century? Or did he take the inspiration for his novel from his readings? We are not going to reply to these burning questions today. We are going to explore the last chapter of his second essay, written in 1783, about women and their education, a subject very dear to his heart, and the chapter is called De la parure. We are though going to gently skip the previous chapter called De la beauté, about beauty, because it might irritate feminists and ladies from the 21st century. We leave you to discover it. He even offers in these pages his very own cosmetic recipe. Ladies, could you possibly refuse a cosmetic recipe by Valmont himself? Before we start, you have to know that he probably had a smile on his face while writing these advices. Lesson number 1. Sleep. Without bloom, no beauty. Don't stay up late until those small hours. Rest suits you better than the treacherous glow of candlelight. Don't worry yourself by any excess. You will be even more beautiful by daylight. Night saved from your usual amusement will make the one spent for your pleasures even more precious. Lesson number 2. No alcohol. afraid of alcoholic beverages, leave this weak mean to women lacking of resources to seduce. You only need to be intoxicated with love. Just on a side note, this advice comes from a gentleman who had a very strong taste for liquors and alcohol, coming from Scotland. Lesson number 3. Sunshine. Stay away from burning sunshine, it would darken your fair complexion. By wintertime, enjoy the soft warmth of the sun tempered by the cold air, but in summertime, be like linen, get out at dawn, like the morning dew. Lesson number 4. Exercise. Be careful not to have a too sedentary life. Your flesh would soften and lose all its elasticity in the suffocating air of your apartment. On the contrary, in contact with the fresh air outdoors, your flesh will get firm and lively. Lesson number 5. Control your temper. Now that you have controlled your actions, you will have to master your temper and your mood. Some of them destroy beauty entirely. If you can't repress your fits of anger, your muscles will soon turn your face into a grimace. Compulsive loath will do the same. Don't let yourself be dominated by your temper. This unpleasant state of mind inside will show outside. Lesson number 6. Cleanliness is next to voluptuousness. Voluptuousness requires other sort of body cares. There is no adornment possible without a strict cleanliness. Before trying to ornate yourself with clothes, take them off. And enter into the bath. Don't be scared to have a daily bath. And get used to have them cold. It will improve your elasticity. So we have to pause here. Mr de Laclos, he doesn't himself exactly lives in Versailles or in a castle. In 1783, he is at La Rochelle in a small apartment, and we can be sure he doesn't have a bath every day. But just on a side note, let's go back to the text. If cold water has a slight impact on your skin, repair it with a gentle cosmetic. And now let's have his recipe. There is a simple and healthy cosmetic so rarely used, and we are gladly sharing it here. Take some white poppy seed, crush them in a mortar, add some water, it will turn into a sort of milk, which should be pretty thick. Filter it, and you can use it for 7 days after making it. Ladies, you have no excuse for not having a cold bath every day now. Lesson number 7. Perfume. use it, but not too much. One always suspects the woman wearing too much perfume to do so for some secret reason. As pleasant as the scent is, it would ruin the intoxicating moment, directing the attention elsewhere. Remember, you want your lover to be busy with you, not with the rose or the carnation. Let him believe that the perfume he's breathing really comes from you. Lesson number 8. Don't compare. Before comparing yourself with others, know yourself to find out what suits you, what works for you. If you are short, don't take this air of dignity, which would be ridiculous. Too much stoutness doesn't suit you. Maybe one would have forgotten it entirely to focus on your bloom and your freshness. But this flow can be shocking if you want to appear light and thin. Follow the way nature has given to you. As the original text was impossible to find translated, we have done a raw translation of it with many flaws, which unfortunately don't give a very good idea of the beautiful and elegant writing of the author, but nevertheless, we have translated his text word for word.